Hey, I'm Aurora Courtney with Tag Real Estate at Real Broker, and I'm here to give you the Anchorage market report for residential listings for all of 2025 as well as December of 2025 as we look forward into the new year, 2026. Let's take a look. First, let's talk about active inventory. What that means is what's available in that month. So not necessarily what came on the market, but what was on the market during that month. So right now, if you look at December of 2025, we had 175 active listings in that month. Now, that's not that much less than the year before, but if you take a look back at 2018, we had 506. So it's significantly less than we had back in like 2018. It started to go down right after 2020. We went into the hundreds, and we haven't really recovered from that. So although this is our new normal to not have a lot of inventory to choose from, it's still frustrating as a buyer. And then what happens is these sellers too, who would sell their homes, can't find something to move into. So we're sort of at a stagnant place. But if you take a look at January, February, March, that's when they have the lowest inventory. Then it starts going up and kind of peaking near July, August timeframe. So now's a great time to list. You have less competition. And if you're a buyer looking, the people that are trying to move right now, well, it's windy and icy, those are motivated sellers and they're ready to go. You have motivated buyers because it's cold, no one wants to move, and motivated sellers. But with less inventory, then you have less supply and more demand for each house. So now's the time to list. Let's go. So these are the units that actually sold, and a unit is a house basically, and these have sold and they probably pended 30 to 60 days prior. So here in December, we've got 144 units that closed. Those are October or November likely houses that pended, so they would have been in that active inventory. What we can see here is we had a peak of closed listings in 2020, and we've sort of gone down and then a little bit back up in the last year. We started at 135 last year in December. Now we're at 144. So we're up a little bit, but still, if you recall, back in the active listings, we had 500-ish to choose from in December of 2018. And now we have significantly less to choose from, and they're still closing. So it's still a good time to sell. It's hard as a buyer, I know, but there are still good deals to be had. You just have to be quick. You have to have a great agent like me, and I'll help you out, but you really have to be fast. You have to be pre-qualified when you go look at a house. You have to be ready to buy. If you're not ready, willing, and able to buy, you really don't need to be looking, because that house is going to go if it's a good deal, and it's not going to go to you if you're not ready. So if you want to buy a house, pre-qualified, ready, willing, able, then let's go look at houses, because it's going to go. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit of a scary one. We're going to talk about average sales price. That means the average of the total sales price that are in the MLS for residential listings. Right now it's $518,000. Yeah, $518,000 is the average. I know a lot of people waited during COVID. They felt like the market was going to crash or the bottom was going to fall out, or I heard all of this. But with interest rates as low as they were, people had a lot more buying power. So people were able to buy more house. Now they're sitting there, interest rate low, and liking their house. We have low inventory. Why would they move? It costs more to move and downsize, let's say, than it does to stay where you're at. So a lot of people are kind of stuck. They have a little bit of golden handcuffs with those interest rates, but here we are. Now, I decided to move because I wanted to move. And if I worry that the interest rate might lower and I missed out, I can choose to refinance my house. But if the interest rate goes up, I'm locked in where I locked myself in. So I felt okay about moving myself. I get it. It's scary. But you can always enjoy the house that you're in now and then decide what you want to do in the future. But if this is the house you want now and you could afford the payments and the interest rate, I don't think waiting right now is a good idea. Here we're at, almost 30% more than if you'd bought in 2020. Those people in 2020 have a potential gain of 30% on their money. So when was the best time to plant a tree? 5 years ago. When's the best time to plant a tree now? Today. Because 5 years from now, you're going to be thanking yourself that you did it. So let me know what you want to do. I'm here to help. So the supply and demand report is one of my favorites. It actually really helps me when I try to list your house because I need to know when you want to list it. And then I keep looking at this until it's about time to list, but because it helps me. What your competition is helps determine what you're going to get for your house. If there's a lot of stuff on the market just like it or in the same price point, you may or may not get the highest value for your house. So you want to sell at the best price, location, and condition. That helps you get the best deal for your house. So essentially what I'm looking at here is a house that's $450 to $499. There's 16 that have sold. That's the 13-month average that sell, and 11 available. So if there's 11 available and 16 usually sell per month, it should sell in less than a month. So a supply and demand report really just tells me what niche of the market that you're in and how it's moving. So sometimes this can change. Suddenly there'll be nothing available in the 400 to 450 range. And then sometimes you can put something on the market and it sells immediately, but that's because everything else is pended that's just like it. There's still plenty of buyers. This I know because if we have a multiple offer situation, we have 8 offers on something at a certain price point, that means to me that many buyers didn't get that house. So we have a deficit of that many houses in that price point or location. So there's a lot that goes into pricing a house, but this right here helps me probably the most, but it can also help you see if it's gonna sell and you price it right, here's how long it should take. There you go. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, now we're gonna put it all together and put our spatial data on the map. So these are the MLS areas. Why these are the MLS areas, I actually don't know. Zip codes make more sense, but here we are. This is what we got to work with. So they're showing us what sold, how long it took, how much the price point has gone up, how many days on market, all in one graph here. And then we can see which areas are more popular right now, who's getting more money for their houses, which areas are not moving, which areas are moving. It's just kind of helpful. It's a little in the weeds. It's one of my favorite things to look at because I like to see what's going on in my town that I live in. So anyway, this should be able to help you a little bit when you're listing your house. As a buyer, it can also give you realistic expectations. You know, how many houses actually sell? If I miss out on this one because I don't want to take it as is, or pay more than I feel like it's worth or something like that, if only a certain amount of them sell in a period of time, then you know that, okay, every month 2 or 3 come on the market, so I better jump on one or I got to wait another month. So anyway, this can kind of just help you frame your mind and be ready either to list your house and have realistic expectations, or as a buyer, be ready to go when you're ready to go and not feel like the one went away and you missed out. So anyway, if you have questions on this, let me know. It's a little confusing, but this is a really great one. Okay, let's put it all together. So this is the data from December of 2025 and all of 2025 kind of rolled up in one nice slide here. But what it just basically says is that there's still not a lot of inventory. So if you're a seller, this is the time. Don't wait and say, oh, I'll wait until it's better. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I've heard rumblings that interest rates might go down. I don't know. You'll have to call a lender and see what they have to say about that. But it's a good time to sell. I can't tell you what's going to happen in the future. As a buyer, if you wait for interest rates to lower, other people are too. So you're going to be right back where you would have been years ago when people are fighting over houses. We still have multiple offers on houses that are priced right. Location, condition, price. I can help you with that. I'm happy to help you answer any questions that you've got about buying or selling, about the Anchorage market, or if you have questions about Matsu, I can talk to you about that too. I don't have a slide deck for that one yet, but I can make. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about buying, selling, or investing in Alaska, please give me a call, a text. You can email me or reach out on my website. I am happy to answer any questions that you've got.